Welcome back, everybody. We're going to complete our 2.5 notes today, talking about parallel and perpendicular lines. These are some note card for chapter test type things. Parallel lines have the same slopes, but different y-intercepts. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. So let's talk about opposite reciprocal slopes. Opposites are positive and negatives. Reciprocals are flipping fractions. So if we had a slope of 4, the opposite reciprocal, the opposite of positive 4 is negative. And if I flip 4, which could be 4 over 1, that would be 1/4. If I had m is equal to negative 2/5, then perpendicular slope, let's set it upside down, capital T means perpendicular, would be a positive 5/2. The perpendicular slope for a vertical line, which has no slope, is a horizontal line, which has 0 slope, and vice versa. So we have this question. Determine the equation of a line in both slope-intercept and standard form that passes through the point 3,5. So they're giving us a point. That means, because we have to find the slope of these samples, that we're going to start with point-slope form. I'm going to go to the next slide to have some room. So we have A. Parallel to the line 2x plus 5y is equal to 4. So that means that we have to start with finding the slope of this line. That means I want to put this in slope-intercept form. We start with subtracting the 2x to the other side. And then divide every single thing by 5. So our slope here is negative 2/5. Parallel slope, okay, parallel are these sideways lines like this. So parallel slope is exactly the same, which means that would still be negative 2/5. So to find the equation of this line, then we start with point slope form. And they gave us 3,5 as our point. So we have 3,5 as our point, and our slope is negative 2/5. This is x1, y1. So y minus 5, negative 2/5 times x minus 3. Remember, this is point slope form. To find slope-intercept form, we're distributing and then adding this 5 to the other side. So 6/5 plus 5 is 31/5. So this is slope-intercept form. Then it's asking us for standard form. Standard form, because we don't have fractions in standard form, and my denominators here are 5, means I'm going to multiply this whole entire thing by 5. So 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 2/5 is negative 2x. And 5 times 31/5 is 31. Our last step, remember we have to have x and y together on the same side. So the opposite of a minus 2x is plus 2x. So 2x plus 5y is equal to 31. And this is standard form. All right, part B. Now this is asking us for perpendicular slope. Well, we already found the slope of that line, because it's the same equation, is negative 2/5. So perpendicular slope, remember the upside down capital T means perpendicular is the opposite reciprocal. So the opposite of negative is positive, and the reciprocal or flip of 2/5 is 5/2. So we have 5/2, and we're still going through the line, the ordered pair, 3, 5. So again, we have a point and a slope. So we're starting with point slope form. And this is point slope form. It asks us, though, for slope-intercept form and standard form. So slope-intercept form, we start with distributing. 5/2 times x is 5/2 x, and 5/2 times 3 is 15/2. Add 5. Y is equal to 5/2 x minus 5/2. Because remember, 5 is the same as 10/2. So negative 15 plus 10 is negative 5. And so this is slope-intercept form. Standard form, again, no fraction. So both of our denominators are 2, which means we're going to multiply everything there by 2. 2 times y is 2y. 2 times 5/2 is 5x. And 2 times 5/2 is 5. So if we're moving the x over, this is a positive 5x. The opposite is subtracting. And remember, that's a positive 2y. So we have negative 5x plus 2y is equal to negative 5. And that is standard form. Last thing we're going to do today is talk about equations that model data. And so we have this list here of average annual tuition and fees for in-state students at a public 4-year college. X equals 0 represents the year 2009. So to find an equation, we have to have a slope. But remember, these are ordered pairs. So we can use any two sets of numbers we want to here. I'll go ahead and just use the first ones. So if we have 6695 minus 6312 over 2010 minus 2009, let's see, we get 3, 8, 383 divided by 1, which is roughly about 383. So our slope is about 383. Then we can use the fact that they're telling us x is 0 represents 2009. So 0, 6312 means that 6312 is our y-intercept. Remember, this is our slope. So y is equal to 383x plus 6312. Using this equation, estimate the cost of tuition and fees at public four-year colleges in 2015. Well, we first have to talk about how many years after 2009 is the year 2015, which is 6 years. So that means 6 is x. So y equals 383 times 6 plus 6312. 383 times 6, 49, 18, 22. So 2298 plus 6312. It'll roughly cost us $8,610. And that is it for section 2.5. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.